Hello and welcome to another Waterman at Work kayak fishing video. In this video, we will be looking at kayak fishing in North San Diego County from 1998 through 2006. We used to fish the inshore reefs on our long surfboards. Then in 1998, my friend Mike picked up a couple Dagger kayaks at a garage sale.
Yeah, baby, sandbag.
We put them into service straight away with immediate results.
There he goes.
The kayaks were not very stable, but they were much better for fishing than the surfboards.
Reel him in. Tail kicking the land. Here's Ron with his big first calico of the morning.
Big boy on the coochie.
He's got the monster on the coochie coochie.
Want that lure back.
Look at that. Let's see if we can get a close up of him.
We were able to carry more fishing gear and we could go further and stay out longer.
Can you make this thing zoom at all? Look at that.
Yeah, you can't just use the zoom, but you gotta hold it really steady. That's leave it at the wide angle.
Nice fish.
We should let him go, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, we're fishing. We just pulled a big calico in. We're fishing out here. You can see bait fish jumping. Okay, we're casting into the bait fish where we caught that big calico before. Okay, Mike's got one on.
Calico. Yeah, baby. Nice one.
Yeah, all right.
We spent a lot of time fishing around the abundant kelp forests. The kayaks were perfect for this kind of fishing.
Okay, got another one. This one seems a little bigger. Might have swam me off into the bushes though. I want to horse him in. Looks pretty big. Whoa! It's a big halibut.
This is long before GoPro cameras. We used camera gear we made for shooting surf movies.
Okay, he's barely hooked. I'm gonna have to try to grab him. Should have brought the gaff. Okay, we're definitely not gonna horse this guy in. That's a big one. Oh, he swam into the rocks. Putting out a little line, hope it go, help swim please. I can feel the line going across some grass. Oh no. We're gonna snag the big one. Oh no. Okay, I gotta free spool him. I don't have any other choice. Oh, please. Okay, pretty good size bass. We're gonna throw this guy back too. Fight another day.
In 2005, I got a Hobie Quest fishing kayak. The Quest was much more stable than the old Dagger kayaks. It could carry more gear so we could go further and stay out longer. Most of the best fishing was on reefs and kelp forests closer to shore. Calico and sand bass were almost always biting. You could get a bonito, barracuda, or yellowtail. This is a nice calico bass. Back he goes. Most times we had to get out through the surf. Some days were bigger than others. When there were waves, we went surfing. If the waves were too small, we would go kayak fishing. Kayak fishing is a great way to spend time on the ocean. At that time, all we had were rods and reels, a bottle of water, and a couple of energy bars. Here I'm using a simple silver spoon to land this nice calico bass. This is another camera setup using waterproof camera housings we used for surfing movies. Using the silver spoon again. This time it's a small white sea bass. Back he goes. The silver spoon was really working. It's a small barracuda. These things are kind of slimy. We installed fish finders on the kayak so we could now see what was below us. We started using much lighter tackle. The bass fishing in the kelp was as good as it gets. Another nice calico. Back he goes. Got this hookup trolling a frenzy swim bait. Another calico bass. I see color for another fish. Calico bass. Another calico bass out of the North County Kelp. The new fish finder was cool, but you can see we didn't use a lot of tackle. You could catch bass like this all day long. You never know what you're gonna see. The dolphins here are pretty friendly and would come over to check out surfers and kayakers. The rock reefs and kelp forests are a very active place. There's a flock of seabirds diving on some bait fish. That usually means bigger fish are around. Time to grab the rod and start casting. The morning marine layer has burned off, the sun is out, and the fish are biting. Another calico bass. This is a nice one. Back he goes. Great bass fishing. We used light tackle with heavier line, probably 20-pound test. Simple, cheap lures like leadhead grubs and soft swim baits caught a lot of fish. Trolling frenzies and repellos also worked well. Another solid hookup trolling a frenzy. It's starting to rain. That's a bit unusual. It's a nice calico bass. I'll unhook this fish and release it. It's not just a light rain shower. The wind is picking up and it's getting dark. There's a storm cell over the launch beach. Have to wait this one out. Another sunny day out bass fishing. This is a decent-sized sand bass. A hookup on the troll. Trolling swim baits along the outer edge of the kelp is a good way to catch larger fish prowling the deeper water. Always hoping for a yellowtail or white sea bass. It's a feisty calico bass. This one put up a pretty good fight. The dolphins are hanging out with us again. The water is super clear today, so we can have a look underwater. A nice calico bass. A really nice fish. Catch and release. You know the fishing is good when you catch two fish with one lure. It's a chunky calico bass and a small barracuda. Had to get a picture of this or nobody would believe it. Another hookup trolling the outer edge of the kelp. Another calico bass. Release this nice fish to fight another day. This is a great place for kayak fishing. The fish are still out there. Watermanatwork.com